Good morning. I do believe it's build day 28, and welcome. Kaylee and I just got done parking the truck. Suan's out here putting a few things in that I need in so I can do lighting. Though I probably won't be getting to them for a couple of days or deeper into the hunt than I'll be. But welcome to stage 4. Stage 4 consists of two things. Low voltage. Anything that takes low voltage, and that includes lighting, pneumatics, what have you. And then it also includes compressors and airlines, because I can't test the props, the air props, the pneumatic props without air, and I can't get air out to them unless I put in the tanks and the airlines. So we're going to be focusing on that display by display. Today we are going to be starting out at the front end, which is the front entrance where the gates are. We've got the pillars to light. I got to make a wish sign to put up and lighting on it. We'll get that done, move into the entrance and get it wired up, and then into the graveyard. And the graveyard's probably going to take about 2 days. Now, to do my lighting and everything, and we'll switch this around. I've got 2 tubs. This one will be out for the full length of stage 4. This is all my LED spots and stuff, different colors, and the bags are marked. I know what's what. It's basically red, green, and blue spots. But I do have a few oddballs, flickering yellow, there's some flickering blue, flickering green, and stuff from my Haunted Treasures lights. And I've got probably another full tub of just spots downstairs in the Haunted Treasures, 11 different colors that I can tap into and get into for lighting as needed. Now I also have the very first, let's see if I can get one out here. Here we go. These here. This is a 6 LED floodlight. The very first ones I've ever made, and I've rehabbed these a couple of times. And I've got red, green, and blue, and that I will be using a lot in the haunt until they're gone. I've only got like 30 of them left. Originally I had almost 50. 60. I'm down to like about 30 of them now, and we'll be using those for lighting throughout the haunt, basically the first half of it, and then when I run out of those, we'll switch over to my Haunted Treasures floods. And like with the spots, I've got 11 different colors, you know, to play with down there, and they're 12 LED flood. Now over here in the basket, I have what I need for doing the front end and part of the graveyard. I've got the Make-A-Wish sign, which needs to go up. I've got 2, you see it there, W, stands for white flood. That's a 12 LED, that's a Haunted Treasures light. I'll use to light that up. I got my brain boxes, which are a scuba boo board. And I got a couple other miscellaneous fixtures in there that I will need for doing the front end and part of the graveyard. Now, I'm going to be trying something different this year. Normally, I just put the lights up and, you know, move on to the next display, do that one, and then move on to the next, and keep going until all the displays are lit. I've often been curious exactly how many lights do I put up. So I'm going to attempt to keep track this year. A sheet, and it's got listed spots, pucks, small floods, big floods. Now the spots are these here. Those are spots, a 1 LED. A puck is a 3 LED light. I don't have any out here yet because I don't have any in the first couple of displays. The small floods are what I just showed you, that little black round one, the 6 LED. And then the big floods are the Haunted Treasures ones with LED lights. Then I went and put down all the displays. There's 14 different displays listed here. And what I'm going to do is that as I do a display, like FE is for front end, I'll come in and I'll write down the number of spots, number of small floods, large floods, and stuff, and I'll write down in the appropriate box. And I'll do the same for the next display until we get all the way through. Then I can go up and add up all the numbers, and it'll tell me how many spots, pucks, small floods, large floods I've used in the haunt. I'm curious. It serves no purpose whatsoever as far as doing the haunt. I don't even need to be messing with this. It's going to add a little bit of time, but I am curious. I want to see how many of each type of light I am using in the haunt. I'm just doing it out of curiosity. So we've got that. Breakfast of the day. What do we want for breakfast of the day, folks? Are you hungry? I'm kind of hungry. Or do we just want to go with some hot coffee or tea or something like that and just call it quits? I am actually kind of hungry. How about a quesadilla? A smoked cheddar cheese, black olive, pepperoni quesadilla. I'm saying smoked cheddar. A friend of mine at the market that we do on Sundays during farmers market seasons sells smoked cheese. He's got 4 different varieties he does. One of them is a smoked cheddar. I fell in love with it. End of the season, I went over and bought 20 bars of it, so I'd have enough for during the winter. And the stuff is very, very, very strong flavored. So you only use a little bit at a time on it, but it adds a nice flavor to things. So that actually sounds quite good. Anything with his cheese on it is good. So we'll do that. A quesadilla, smoked cheese quesadilla. But past that, we are going to get started out at the front end and get that wired up. And then, we'll, like I said, move it into the entrance, and then we'll get into the graveyard. And we'll just keep putzing along and see how far we get. As far as airlines and stuff, I'm not going to mess with any of the airlines or anything until I get into the graveyard. I've got my grandparents' tombstone, the graveyard sign, and the mausoleum to run an airline to. The mausoleum has an air blaster in it. So I'm going to need 3 different lines to run into that. So we will be working on that. Past that, look who we got out here with us. She's making a special appearance. She was standing, I just looked over there, and she was standing there watching me talk. So we got to get her on camera. Now she's blushing. She hates being on camera. Yeah, she's nodding her head. Anyway, let's get to work, guys. Okay, quickie segment. I just got done doing the opening. And we did make it to breakfast of the day. We did the smoky quesadillas. I'm not filming because of that. I showed you the lights and stuff in the basket and stuff. I forgot to bring these out, and I got them out. Big mess of wiring, coils of wiring. That is leftover wiring from last year's haunt. Any length longer, 8 foot or longer, I save. And I use it for props during the season and in the haunt. Now I'm going to use all of that, or come close to using all of that, before I bring out the new. And I've got 3 spools in the shop, still in their boxes, brand new, 1,000 foot per roll. That pile, probably about 1,000 feet. So I got about 4,000 feet of wiring. I normally use about 2,000 to about 2,500 feet. Now I've already gotten into that and used some of it. Things like the pumpkin panels there, or the courtyard panels. The exit hallway has the same panels. And the chain hall. Those are all lighted panels. I've used wiring out of that pile to wire them. Well, we're down into the LED phase. I'm going to start using them. Yeah, I'm going to start getting into that, to use that to wire the lights. And I'm curious to see how far we're going to get before I have to get into a box. But now it's time to get into things. And Kaylee, you found me, but where's your baby? Where's Buddha? No, you left Buddha in the backyard. Buddha's back there. Go get Buddha. Find Buddha. Brought her baby out and left him in the backyard. Thick old pooch. Anyway, now I'm going to get to work. We've got the hours and rules sign to wire up. That's going to be first. Then we'll start on getting the lights up in the front end. Okay, just got done walking Kaylee. It's going on about 3:30. Figure I better give you guys some form of an update. Now we did get out here. I got the rules sign lit up. You'll see it tonight. I got our hours sign lit up. Let's see if I can get it on camera. Nope, it's not going to show on camera, but the lights are on. I also got the Make-A-Wish with its floodlights on. Now they're on, but they're showing almost off here. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, you can see the red glow there. Each of the pillars have been lit up, so this display is finished. My next one now is the witch, and I'm running into a query. Normally I treat the entrance like it's a display, and the witch has 3 lights in it. That's all it has, just 3 lights. So do I run a power tap from the power station up on the front porch, clear out here just to run 3 spots? Or do I say the hell with it and tie it into the front end? I'd rather have control of it though. So I'm probably going to end up having to I'll run a power line out after I get the 3 lights in, and we'll go from there. I also have a second power line I need to run out here to run its brain board, which will sit down behind it. The sensor on the witch, which is right here, that little black button, is a noise sensor, and it doesn't work worth a shit. So I hook it up to a Scooby-Doo board. Now when anyone walks through, I'll put the sensor down there where the crack meets the curb. I'll put it down there, and anytime anyone walks through and breaks the beam, the witch goes off. So we'll try doing it that way this year. But that's what we're getting ready to do next. It's witch time. And then after we get done with the witch, which shouldn't really take too long, it's this mess. And I'm really not looking forward to it, because the first thing I have to do is that ghastly rest cemetery and my grandparents' tombstone are both pneumatic. So I gotta run air lines out here, because they run off of low voltage. And that will probably take most of the rest of my time today. Anyway, time to get back to work. Okay, I just got the witch done with its control board. I have not turned on the AC over there to test the board with the witch, but the board is coming on. It's programmed. The witch is tied into it. It should be fine. I'll double check it another night. But like the front end, the lights need to be aimed yet. While I was out there, my delivery came in. You guys remember right, a day or two ago, a couple days ago, I mentioned I ordered 4 LED black lights for 55 bucks off of Amazon. Came to like 63 bucks with shipping and tax. So, you know, not too bad. They came in. I've got 3 of them here, and they are tiny. They are not that big. And they come with enough cording. You can have all 4 lights in different spots with their own power cords. Or they have a linking cord. You can use one power supply and connect all the lights together and just turn it on, and all 4 will come on off of one power. I've got one out in the black light room. I've got T3 turned on. Let's go take a look at it. I'm going to get the set dresser and have her come out too. Okay, I've got the set dresser right behind me. The witch in the water room. Now here is one of the fixtures here. And I'm going to shine it up there. And as you can see, I've got that black light on. It's glowing from that. But I'm going to add this to it. I'm trying to lower it and you're holding it. You let go. See, it's a big difference from the light that's up there and working to that. And the barrels are glowing a little bit better. I'm thinking these LED lights are working better.
It's purple.
Wait and see till night, you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all dark.
We will give it another test shot tonight then. We'll come out here when it's dark. But it looks like that is a dark corner in there where the leering skeleton is.
Yeah, but it's glowing versus that one turning everything all purple.
I don't know. I thought the green was standing out pretty good.
No, it's purple.
I thought it was glowing.
Purple.
I thought it was glowing.
Well, it could be.
Anyway, we're going to come back out tonight when it's dark and we'll point it into the room and see what it does with the room. I probably ought to leave the trunk lines off and just stretch an extension cord over so the other black lights aren't affecting things. And that might be different. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, I've got to start pulling air lines for the graveyard. That's next. Okay, fending our way through the spiders over to the water room in the dark. Because we want to try out that new light. I've got T3 off, so the regular... Oh, hold. That ain't gonna work. Turn it on, yeah. But it has to be plugged in. Okay, I'll get this monster turned off. Ah. I don't know. I'll hold it here. Helps if I flip the camera. There we go. The green's glowing. Everything appears to be glowing with it.
Yeah, I guess.
But you say it looks more purple.
Yeah, it looks more purple now.
Yeah. But everything is glowing really, really good. A lot better than with the other ones.
Yeah.
Even the blue's showing out on it's watching.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think I do agree with Sue. There is a little bit of a purplish cast to it, but it is making things fluoresce really good, in my opinion. Now, I got 4 of these off of Amazon for $55. I think I'd recommend them. Suan's shirt's glowing. And
well, my blue coat is purple.
Yeah. And your hair tie's glowing bright pink. And I can see the gray hair. It's fluorescing beautifully. See, especially that one.
Yes, but it's
right
in my
there.
face and I don't like it.
Oh. Okay. Take it out of her face. Yeah, you point it up at the ceiling, you get a purple light up there. But I think that being on the water wall and then plus having the others on will work okay.
It will.
And then I can add some of the others as needed if I got a dark spot. Like on the other side of this wall. Look on the other side of this wall here where Fred is.
Yeah.
Dark?
No, it's glowing good. It's giving off a lot more light than the other ones do.
Okay, so anyway, we've got that. There's one test. Okay, over here in the graveyard, I haven't gotten anything done except run the airlines. I've been working on this since the last segment. I've got an airline to that, and an airline to that, and I haven't gotten any further. I think I'm going to hold off on doing any more airline stuff or any pneumatics. I'm going to work on lighting. What was that?
Really need the light.
No. But it does light up the ground a little bit down here too.
You got one eye out.
Yeah, that was out last year. And your peepers aren't working because I don't have them plugged in. But the Make-A-Wish is going good. The blue upshots on the skeletons themselves.
Looking good.
They're looking good. The flicker candles are working.
Yeah.
And then the reds are working. Should I change the color on the hours sign?
No, it's fine.
Okay, what about the rules sign?
Well, people can read it. That's the main thing.
Okay, and then how's the witch looking to you?
She's looking good.
Yeah.
All nice and green.
Yeah. Her face will light up more once she turns on because the eyes give off some light.
Yeah.
Right now, the bill of the hat's blocking it. So, anyway, there's your nighttime work. I'm going back to graveyard. Okay, no selfie stick at the moment. I'm just calling it quits. It's almost 9. A little bit before. But I wanted to give you a look at what I've gotten done so far out here in the graveyard. It doesn't really look like it's that much with having to run the wire, tuck wires behind walls and stuff. It took a little bit. So we'll start here. Our first 5-volt item. And then over there we got light box going and we got Gargi lit up. His eyes and a red spot on him. Now I ran a power cord, a long one, all the way over, and I've dropped it down here. That, we'll do that light box and then do the field in the graveyard in here. But right now I'm working on this display. I've still got to get some lights on the fences. I've got to get Bowser and the obelisk kind of in place, you know, and then we'll run lights along the fence, which is what that wire down there on the ground is for. And I'll light up both the tombstone, Bowser, the obelisk, and I'll probably do several lights on the obelisk. And then we gotta light up the coffin, and I'll do an upshot at the steer's head to light it up as well. So that will be tomorrow. But for tonight, I think we are done out here. I am going to get cleaned up. I gotta get Kaylee out here so we can park the truck. And then we'll do the wrap up. So hold on. Oh, hey, 8:51. And it's getting chilly out here. It's down to 52. Well, actually, no, it's in the 40s, come to think of it, 46. Okay. But it's chilly out here. No wonder I'm getting cold. And it's 8:54. So I'm quitting just about on time for a change. Not a late night, not a real early night. But it is definitely the wrap up. And I've got a Kaylee waiting for me to get up to go in the house. But I'm not sure how well we really did today. We got the front end all lit up and aimed. And I got the entrance done, which was a quickie. And did a little work in the graveyard. The longest part of the graveyard, though, was running the damn airline. You would think that would be something quick. No, I have to map everything out. I have 4 extra storage tanks for the air that I have to put in line. And I've got to map out which tank goes to what display. And I've got, what is it, 5 displays? 6 displays? They have pneumatics in it, 5 or 6. So, you know, so some of the air tanks pull double duty. Well, I've got a new tank this year. One of my 30-gallon air compressors crapped out on me over the course of the season. So I turned it into a storage tank. So I've got it tied into my main compressor, which is a 30-gallon tank. That one spills over to a 27-gallon tank, which spills over into this new 30-gallon tank. That compressor is going to be doing the graveyard, the gypsy, and probably the clown display. Then my other big compressor will do the spider, the water room, and maybe the pirate. I'm not sure. But and now I've got a little 10-gallon air compressor that has a 10-gallon storage tank that will be running just the mausoleum and the air blaster in it. I have not piped that one in yet. I'm just working on graveyard right now and seeing where we'll get to. I probably should run all the airlines to get those done and out of the way so they're there and ready to go. But I don't want to. And Katie's whining at me. She wants to go in the house. Come on. Come on up here. Come on. Come on up here. There you go. I got a mess of wiring, and she wanted in her spot, but she didn't want to trip on the wiring, huh? Big baby. But, got the airlines ran, finished those up right after dinner, for the graveyard. And I said, the hell with it. I don't feel like messing with pneumatics in the dark. So we started running wiring for lighting. I had a 5-volt line I had to run for the steer's head. Got the steer's head plugged in and going. And then I ran an extremely long line for the rest, for all the rest of the lighting. It's basically acting as a mini trunk line. That one extra long line is going to snake its way through the graveyard and will power all the lighting and stuff in there. Once I can get all the lighting and stuff figured out, then I gotta get all the pneumatic stuff together, and I've got 2 brain boards that go into that display. One brain board will run the cemetery sign and trigger the angel, the giant angel in the back, and then the other one will run at what is my grandparents' tombstone. It has the correct birth and death dates on it. And that one has 4 sheet ghosts with mini air blasters underneath of them, to make the ghosts flutter. That one's a pain in the butt to wire up. But, I'll probably mess with those a little bit tomorrow so they're done and out of the way. But there's a lot of lighting in that area that needs to get done as well. So I'm not sure what I'm going to tackle first, but it's going to be more graveyard. Once the graveyard is done, if the graveyard itself is done, I've got the mausoleum to do. And that's going to be a fun one as well. There's a lot of lights in that one. And it will take a while to light it up. And now I've got the exit arch with the air blaster in it that needs a brain board and pneumatic hose, which means getting my little 10-gallon air compressor out and getting that running. And the line fed over to that. Past that, I don't know what we're going to do. Next one would be the chain hallway. And chain hallway's pretty straightforward. That'll take me about an hour to do. I gotta get the wall panels permanently hooked up, and I've got 2, maybe 3 lights to hang up over the bride and groom, and that's it. So it's fairly simple. I doubt I'll get to that tomorrow. It's probably going to be all graveyard and mausoleum. But anyway, that's pretty much where we're at. Oh, the new lights I got, I'm liking them. I agree with Sue. It does give everything kind of a slight purple tinge to it. But that one light we put up, I aimed it off into the room. It was making everything glow to where I'm debating on taking down the fluorescent bulbs that are in there. getting them off the AC. I don't know. I think next year I am going to use these 4 LEDs more than I am the fluorescent bulbs, and just kind of go from there. I don't know. But either way, I like the look of it. I'm curious to see the effect that one fixture is going to have with the water. So it will be interesting. Anyway, guys, stay spooky. Stay dark.